Entering trades at the right time is a very, very difficult thing to master. Even some of the best traders struggle with this. In this video, I'm going to show you how to enter swing trades at the perfect time. And what it's going to do is two things. Number one, it's going to put you in a position to make better profits along your trading journey. And number two, it's going to prevent you from entering trades that you should not be entering in the first place. So come over here to my daily chart. And something that we're looking at here is Lululemon. And I'm going to zoom Lululemon out so you can understand first why I'm looking at this from a swing trading perspective. This is actually on my radar. It's on my watch list right now. If we zoom this way out, you can see that Lululemon has been abused over the past several months, years, and we're kind of at the same bottom that we were in August of 2024. What does that tell me? Well, it tells me that we probably are at a really, really strong base where it's going to start rebounding to the top side. Therefore, I'm going to start paying attention to it. The nice thing about this is we're under all four major moving averages, meaning that we don't have to contend with running into any type of resistance point that's going to send us back down, yada, yada. So if we just look at the basics of this and what makes a great entry, there's two things that I look at. Number one, actually three things that I look at, but really number one is the trend. Am I looking at this to be a good trade long? And yes, I am. We are in the sweet spot right now. We're in the area between 32% and 80%, which gives us the highest probability to make money. Remember, trading is all about probability. Therefore, you want to give yourself the highest probability to make money. Sometimes you're going to lose. That's just what it is. But if you trade a lot of stocks in the sweet spot where you give yourself that highest probability to make money, you are going to do very well over a long period of time. The next thing that I look at is the volume. Are we getting buying volume coming into the stock? Because the idea behind this trade is that I want to go long on Lululemon. So we know that the trend is there. Is the volume there? Yes. You can see that we're getting buying volume coming into the stock after about 2 to 3 weeks of consistent selling volume. We've hit that base that has been since August 2024. Now we're looking to go long. The third thing that I look at is the engulfing candle or the buy signal. And before I start talking about the engulfing candle or buy signal right here, I just want to say that there are a lot of methods out there. There's a ton of very complicated methods. Before this video, I was looking at other channels saying, oh, that looks really, really tricky. I don't know if that's something that's super easy. Remember, the basis behind everything I do, really everything I do in life, keep it simple, stupid, okay? Trading should be simple. It's not difficult. People make it difficult. They want to sound smart. They think that more is better. More is not better. Less is better when it comes to this. The more simple you make this, the better off it's going to be. You don't need to pull in different patterns that are coming into for something with a trade. I look at what I just did. I looked and said, okay, we're at a really, really strong support level as a bottom. I have a trend that's moving in my direction. I have buyers that are coming into the stock. Therefore, I'm going to look at this to go long. It's very, very simple. Now let's talk about the engulfing candle. What are we looking for? Well, we have the volume, we have the trend. I'm looking for a candle that engulfs, so it's bigger and thicker than the previous candle, and it takes out the previous day. It takes out the previous high. Why? That tells me that there are buyers going in the same direction. Think about 100 people in a rowboat, and we're all rowing, right? If we're all rowing in different directions, you're just going to start spinning in circles. You're not going to go anywhere. If you're all rowing in the same direction, the stock price is going to go higher. That's what the engulfing candlestick indicates. Everybody's rowing in the same direction. When you see that you have the buying volume coming in with the engulfing candle and the trend going in the same direction, you know that you're all rowing in the same direction. Then you can go and make your entry point. Now, with that being said, I'm not entering this today. Why? Because I'm not getting that massive influx of buying volume, nor am I getting that engulfing candle. So it's, for me, this is on my watch list. It's sitting here. This is a check. Absolutely. We're good. I'm looking for buying volume to increase. Maybe tomorrow we're going to get a big increase in buying volume. We'll get the engulfing candlestick and we'll enter the trade. I'll probably be entering somewhere around here, around 260. I really hope I can get to 270, which is the 25-day moving average. But that's as simple as it is. Check your trend, check your volume, buy on your engulfing candlestick, figure out your exit point. Let's go to another stock and do the same thing. We're going to come over here to the community watch list and look at Duolingo. Now, Duolingo, you'll notice, is a little bit earlier than Lululemon. Now, if we zoom this out, what are we looking for? Well, it went for a heck of a run, and now it's coming down. It's kind of sitting on top of that 100-day moving average, which is 402.70 right now. Now, that to me tells me one thing. It's very difficult to break through moving averages. Remember, they're like steel eye beams when you're building a building. You're going to come down and it's just really hard to get through. What's going to push you through this level? It's going to be selling volume. Look, we had a ton of buying volume on Friday. Again, today we're just kind of sputtering around. We're probably people are rowing in different directions on this boat. But what caught my eye on this? Down here, it was the trend. Look what the trend is doing. It's starting to creep towards that sweet spot. Now, it's not there yet. Therefore, I'm not going to do anything with it. But if we can get our red line and our yellow line to move into the sweet spot, plus great buying volume coming in, then we start getting those green engulfing candlesticks. Let's say tomorrow does this. I'm just going to draw a doji candle, and we're going to draw in some buying volume. Then the following day, we do green volume like that. I'm going to draw this in blue. Red and yellow are in the sweet spot. We get an engulfing candlestick like that. I can run this up to the 50-day moving average and take it from, let's call it $420 a share to $467 a share, where I'm going to end up taking profits or exiting the position. And it's very, very simple. Again, trend, volume, engulfing candle. That's as simple as this needs to be for your entries. If any of those three are off, then you cannot enter the trade, especially when it comes to a swing trade. Now, I'd like to go over to a longer term chart and look at entries over there, because these are equally as important. And if you remember if you've watched any videos, I say the trajectory of a trader. It goes from a person who wants to day trade because they're super excited, they want to be on their computer all the time, then they go to swing trading, then they end up long-term trading because it's just an easier way of life. And I think that a lot of you will get to that point. So I want to emphasize how important and how kind of simple long-term trading is when it comes to executing these entries. So let's pull up the long-term chart, and we're going to be able to actually use Duolingo over here. Now, this market has been kind of crazy, right? We are at all-time highs in many situations. We've had a lot of ups and downs. We're going to look at this from a shorting perspective, because that's what I'm getting right now with Duolingo. Now, you remember, what did I say on the swing trading chart? We were going long on the swing trading chart, or the daily chart. On the long-term chart, I'm looking to go short. And you're probably asking the question, well, how do you do that? The two, when it comes to swing trading and long-term trading, are not correlated together. And I'm going to show you this real quick. We're going to zoom this out. Now look at this. These are the same charts, same candles on both charts. This is starting in probably January. This is starting in January. Every one of these is a daily candle. What do you notice about the stochastic down here? It's really smooth. It's really smooth. Not a lot going on. If you come over here, look how jagged it is, because this tracks the day-to-day of the stock. This tracks the week-to-week of the stock. So you can go short or long while you are completely short over here, or you can go short or long over here while you're completely long over here. That's the beauty of the different types of trades that you can be executing. So if we pull up the long-term chart, what are we looking for? Well, Duolingo is one that I called all the way back here. Right when it had reported earnings and jumped up, I said, this is 100% going to come back down. 100% chance. Why? Because it doesn't have the volume to stay up at this level. You can go watch other videos where I start discussing that and how important volume is to hold these stocks at all-time highs, etc. But for the purpose of this video, let's look at that entry. So the stock price is coming down, and we're looking at the same thing when it comes to the stochastic, even though it's a longer-term stochastic or a longer-term trend. We are waiting to get into the sweet spot. Remember, that sweet spot area between 32 and 80%, no matter if you're going long or short, gives you the highest probability to make money. And that's exactly where we're sitting here. So let's let red get into the sweet spot, which it is. Yellow will get into the sweet spot, which it will be. And then we're looking for the engulfing candlesticks. Remember, it's the same thing. Let's wait till these engulfing candlesticks break down. Let's take out these lows of these wicks right here, and then we will be off to the races. This is going to be one of the best trades of my 2025. I can guarantee you that. Why? You have a big gap here to fill. You have a 320 level that you need to get to. And then beyond that, you're coming down here at about 280, and it could possibly get to 250 if I zoom the chart back further. It's just a matter of time that this is going to take. So this is definitely one, if you're not in the community, this is one that you want to join the community and pay attention to. It's going to be a really good trade. It's just how long is it going to take to get there? That's why if you actually switch it back to the chart over here, you could have shorted this down based on the swing trading chart. And this is the beauty of it. The beauty of the way that I trade in the charts that I have, it's versatile. If you want to swing trade, swing trade. If you want to day trade, day trade. If you want a long-term trade, long-term trade. There's something out there for everybody. Just click the link in the description below, join the community. It'll be a great spot for you. So let's go to another stock. This is another one that was brought to me by the community, Insulet Corporation. I have no idea what this is. I've never heard of it in my life. Ticker symbol is PODD, but the beauty of trading is all you need to have is pattern identification. I don't care what revenue or profit or losses or shares outstanding that any of these companies have. All I care about is the pattern that's happening. And a pattern that I'm noticing right now is that we are starting to get this dropping into the sweet spot area, right? So red is trickling into the sweet spot. Yellow is going to be soon following into the sweet spot. We're going to break these lows right here. Now, when I talk about the lows and I talk about where you enter the position, I want to enter these positions outside of any support. I want to be below support levels. And what do we have right here? This is a giant gap. Gaps fill very, very quickly, and this will fill. So if I just draw a straight line across here, what is that price? This price is about $295, $294.50. As soon as we start creeping down and we get an engulfing candlestick below $294.50, this thing is going to be absolutely off to the races. And we're probably going to get down to $260, $250, somewhere in there. And it's going to be a very easy trade to get down there because of this gap. So again, let's summarize. You come in and you say, okay, where's the trend? We're looking for the engulfing candlestick. We can pay attention to the volume on the other chart. There's how simple it is to enter stocks on long-term trades. Now, if you've made it to this point in the video, obviously this is for you. I made a full course that's about 2.5 hours long. It's chapters that goes through every single thing that you need to know about my style of trading. It's in this video right here. Go check it out, and I will see you next time.